Alrighty guys, how are you today? Let's do a little review and practice for dividing whole numbers that are going to have decimal quotients. That means decimal answers. We're going to start off with one that is super straightforward. You guys are probably going to know the answer before we even do it, but that's okay. One divided by 2. We're going to double check here. This is going to be equivalent to 1/2. All right. When we set up this work, we want to set up our little house. Now, to decide which of these numbers goes inside the house, we need to know which one is being split into groups. That's always going to be the dividend. It's that first number right there. This is the one being divided into little pieces. And this one here, our 2, is the divisor. It's the one doing the dividing. All right, team members, when we take a look at this, it's pretty obvious. We're going to read this as, how many times does 2 fit into 1? The answer is 0 times. We can't fit 2 into 1 any times because 2 is bigger than 1. What do we have to do now? All right, I know what you guys are thinking in your head because you guys are just brilliant. We need to create an equivalent decimal. To review what that means, it means we're going to make this number have a decimal and a 0. It's going to be exactly the same number. 1 is exactly the same as 1 and 0/10. But now this is going to allow us to divide. We are going to, first things first, put this decimal right there. We're always going to have our decimal in the same line in our house as the dividend and the quotient, the answer. So now we need to ask ourselves, how many times does 2 go into 10? We're going to read this as 10 right now. 2 goes into 10. How many times? That is right. It is 5 times. 5 times 2 equals 10. We're going to subtract, and we have nothing left. We said 10, but what we really did here was say, how many times does 2 go into 1 and 0/10? And we put 5/10. 5/10 times 2 equals 1. All right, team members, there we go. When we write this out for our answer, 1 divided by 2, oops, not that. 1 divided by 2 is going to equal 5